I always recommend you guys try having like a shaker for when you're having, meals, or when you're just going to go really quick, just a little bit of taste. And then using the bag option for when you're going to be going in more. So when you're really doing like a full recipe, you're going to do big rubs for grills, for rotisseries, for a casserole use, for higher amounts of salt that you'll need, versus if you're just going to be shaking it just for a little bit of flavor, add on a little bit, or have it on your dining table for someone to put a little salt on their meal, right? So for me, I really like these for like big time cooking. This is going to be the pure, nice, finely fine, so powdery fine Himalayan pink salt. Now the cool thing about pink salt, Himalayan pink salt in general, is going to be the fact that it is not processed. It's completely raw. So you're not having any conditioning agents. You're not having it bleached out. It's also not going to be removed any of its special minerals. So in the case of pink Himalayan salt, it being raw form, it has about 84 different minerals that are really great for our bodies, great for our minds, great for our skin and our hair. We want to get our healthy minerals. But with common table salt, that has all been bleached out. It's been overheated, so it kills any of that nutritional value that salt could have. In the case of pink Himalayan salt, it already has so much more nutritional value than regular salt would have anyways. But the fact that it's not processed, it maintains that. For me too, and just my personal experience with pink Himalayan salt, it has way more flavor to it. It's very, very flavorful. Like if you love salt and you haven't tried pink Himalayan salt, you're missing out because it's like super flavorful. And another thing too is it's so flavorful that it's kind of like a little bit goes a long way. So very long lasting. So not only are you getting more nutritional value and getting 84 different types of minerals, you're not having conditioning agents. You're not having something that has been bleached. You're not dealing with anything that's like unnatural and not good for your body. Where pink Himalayan salt, 84 minerals, not heated, not conditioned, not bleached, etc., like common table salt is. So you're getting everything from nature that you want from it, but then at the same time it tastes really good and it's a little stronger than your regular salts are, even more so than sea salt. Like I have in my house their brand for the grinder and their pepper. Their pepper is crazy good, like so good. I have the pepper and the salt in the grinder because I like to go really quick and just kind of have just do a little I tried not to go too crazy with salt, right? And for me personally, I just have my regular white sea salt. And then I have common salt, which I've thrown out. Because a long time ago, I didn't know that they're bleached out. They're heated all the way where they lose any mineral value to them. And then also they use a conditioning agent so that nothing sticks together. That's really bad for you. Sometimes companies use ones that are even carcinogenic, which is crazy in your salt, right? So something I really like about them, you're not having to worry about conditioning agents, bleach. You're not having this heated up ever, so it's completely raw. And then you have different versions too. In this case, we're going to be talking about the ultra fine grind. So there's different ones. There's ones that come in chunks still that have the grinders. In this case, we have our bagged one that's ready to go. Really good for the serious cooks out there. For people who are wanting to do spicy rubs, for barbecuing, for making your casseroles, higher levels of salt. And then we're going to talk about, same thing here, we're going to have another one that's the fine, but in this case it is actually in your shaker, which is going to come with the larger holes for a more generous supply of salt. And then we're going to have our small as well, so you can control it more. And if you did need to go by teaspoons or tablespoons, we have our larger side that you can, of course, fill in your teaspoons or your tablespoons depending on what you're making. Obviously, for seasonal rubs, you're going to be using a lot more salt. This is going to be completely fine, and again, we're going to have unprocessed, completely raw, never heated, never bleached, never conditioned, 84 different minerals, pure raw Himalayan pink salt. So this is just a shaker version, whereas this one is going to be your bagged version. So ultra fine, either way, okay? And then again, this is going to, and I'll just tell you, for example, a fourth a teaspoon is going to have 0 calories, 420 milligrams of sodium, and no protein, obviously, because it's salt. And then 84 different types of minerals. And then also quality assurance, satisfaction guaranteed, part of the WBM Foundation, because WBM gives back to their communities. And the thing I really like about it is just it tastes amazing. It just tastes amazing. When it comes down to it, obviously your health, you want to have something that has a lot of minerals in it. You want to have something that hasn't had weird conditioning agents put into it, or bleached, or heated, etc. But also, it's salt, so you want it to taste really flavorful and robust. And pink Himalayan salt, let me tell you, I used to be a biggest fan of dead, sea salt, right? But then when I started using pink Himalayan salt, it was like you go from table salt to sea salt, and then you discover Himalayan pink salt, and then you're just like, buy sea salt. Sea salt does not have the flavor that pink Himalayan salt has.